Kwame Kilpatrick reported to parole authorities in Texas today, just a day after his release from a Michigan prison. The Texas Department of Justice says he checked into an office in Fort Worth about noon today. We're told they went over the rules and the regulations that he has to follow. The ex-Detroit mayor reunited with his wife and kids near Dallas after serving 14 months in prison here for violating probation in that text message scandal. Carolyn?
As for the federal charges hanging over him, Kilpatrick says he's innocent and there's no plea deal in the works. He goes to trial next year in a case that will make history in the city. And the man who may hold the key to keeping Kilpatrick free is talking exclusively tonight with Action News investigator Heather Catallo.
Attorney Jim Thomas has his work cut out for him. For the first time, we're getting an inside look at how Kilpatrick is going to fight these federal charges. And believe it or not, the strategy for this massive case is being put together with an iPad.
A veteran courtroom gladiator, a computer whiz turned lawyer, and an iPad. That's the trio that stands between Kwame Kilpatrick and decades behind bars. At least 5 federal prosecutors, along with countless FBI and IRS agents, spent 5 years amassing a huge investigation into the former Detroit mayor's alleged criminal enterprise. The result? A 38-count indictment charging Kwame Kilpatrick, his father Bernard Kilpatrick, and others with racketeering, fraud, and bribery. The case involves wiretaps, videos, page after page of witness testimony, and of course, text messages. Now the lawyer who has stood by Kilpatrick's side from the beginning must wade through mountains of material to mount a defense. 2 terabytes to be exact. That's equal to all the information contained on 2 floors of a college library.
It's a lot of reading.
Jim Thomas has been defending high-profile clients in complicated cases for more than 30 years, but he says the Kilpatrick case will be one of the biggest and most demanding of his career.
It is probably the most interesting case that I've had in all my years.
The Kilpatrick case marks a first for this seasoned lawyer. Hundreds of thousands of pages of discovery materials are all in the cloud, which means multiple secure computer servers hold all the information on the web.
You can index the information, you can cross-reference it, you can annotate it, and you can collaborate, because it's not only accessible just to the person, but also to the team.
That team consists of Thomas and his young associate Michael Naughton, a lawyer who lives and breathes computers.
It was first amended in 1974.
Naughton has set up the cloud so he and Thomas can access the entire case on an iPad.
Everything's instant. It's searchable. It's all right there. You can, get it anywhere.
Since Naughton and Thomas are court appointed to defend Kilpatrick, they say that efficiency ultimately saves the taxpayers money.
It has saved us literally, I think, thousands of hours.
A protective order prevents Thomas from talking in detail about the case, but he says he has been in close communication with the feds for years.
We knew that there was a federal investigation pending. There was a hope that we would be able to keep the case from being charged by interaction with the assistant U.S. attorneys in the case and monitoring what was going on.
But the charges that so many expected finally rained down on Kilpatrick last year.
Does it bother you that a lot of people presume he's guilty?
Public opinion is not relevant when you're talking about a trial by jury. When those people have spoken, that's when a determination as to his innocence or his guilt is going to be made.
I asked Jim Thomas if Kwame Kilpatrick would accept a plea deal. He says his client has maintained his innocence from the start, so they are not considering a guilty plea. And so far, Kilpatrick has not been offered a deal. As of right now, they're going to trial in September of 2012. I'm Heather Catallo, Channel 7 Action News.